Yes. A wonderful transition to my next guest. She is a woman with a purpose, and she has decided, and very long time ago, not just recently, to step out of her comfort zone, and she wants you to do the same this year. Please, everybody, welcome Carol Gatimu. On the show. Yeah. Good to see you. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
You look lovely. Have a seat, love.
Asante.
How's it going?
Good.
2017 been a good year?
So far, so good.
So far, so
I
good.
thank God.
All right.
Yeah,
I love your story, and I love that you're here today, especially when we're talking about being aware about your communication, body language.
Yeah.
But today you're here to tell us about the inside, about stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yes, yes.
As a young lady, tell us, growing up, what was your childhood like, Carol?
We grew up, okay, I'm in between boys. We're 5 in our family. I'm in between boys. I was a tomboy when I was growing up. I used to like doing these boyish things, rally cars, you know, they're playing shake, we're playing rounders, all those things. Then when I finished high school, I approached my mom and dad and told them I wanted to be a pilot. They looked at me like, huh? So they told me, okay, go find out what it takes. And I said, when I came back with the papers, they told me, okay, you can't do piloting, it's a bit too expensive those days. And we didn't know any other way to maneuver. If I knew then what I know now, I would be a pilot. Okay. But anyway, fast forward, then I told them I want to be a mechanic. Fast forward, huh? Okay. My mom encouraged me.
Okay.
She really told me, oh really, that's what you want to do? She told me, fine, you go. I enrolled into DT Dobie. They trained me for 3 years. Then I came out, after 3 years, they employed me in February 20, can I remember, it's many years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got employed by them. I went into the Nissan section as a mechanic. That's when now you get into the real stuff, get your hands dirty, fix the cars. But of course, because they've trained you, you know what to do, you're given a car on your own to fix it. If it's not starting, you start it, and it has to go. The customer is waiting for his car. So it was very nice, challenging work that I did. I was promoted to a foreman. Then where you're in charge of like 5 mechanics. Yeah. So the answer to you, okay, not like literally fixing the cars, like you give them what to do, guide them. You know, if something is hard, they can't do something, you help them. We get it right. We get it right as a team. Okay. Then I went on to be a service advisor at Mercedes section. Now I acted as a go-between. Thank you.
You say Mercedes, and yes, you're all in it, yeah.
I know, the car to have. Yeah. So I acted as a go-between the client and the company. So he could come and tell me, or she would come and tell me, this is what is happening to my car. I need to translate it into mechanic language so the mechanics can understand. Wow. And when we were in college and we were moving along, we were taught, get it right the first time. You can't afford to get a mistake. We tried as much as possible not to have, when the car comes back, that's a repeat job, meaning you didn't get it right the first time. Okay. So actually, I worked at DT Dobie for 13 years. Then along the way, when I was still in there, we started our own company for carrying cars. Still in the motor industry, I didn't move to anything else. I didn't want to sell here or anything, but we moved still to the motor industry where we carry cars when they get stuck on the road. You know, like let's say you're driving, then your car just won't talk to you. It just won't move, then it stops. So we come, carry that car. Of course, the first person you call is either your husband, your boyfriend, your man. There's a man who you know, who will say, oh, okay, I got you. I'll sort you out. So that's what we do. Okay. And for me, when we started that, I realized a lot of ladies don't know their car. Yeah. So we came up with this. I thought about something of educating women on knowing their car. Because when they go into a petrol station, they're cheated, you know, like, mama, fungua bonnet. So they quickly open, okay, ongeza maji, ongeza oil or something. I mean, really, if you have a mechanic.
To your expense. Yeah,
of course, to your expense.
That lack of knowledge is to your expense.
Yes, of course.
Right. Yeah. Now, we have, of course, compiled something really beautiful to tell the story of Carol, all right? And to show you, yeah, she's talking about all these things. Guys are like, seriously? Yes, she does all that. Okay, if your car gets stuck in the road, she's the one who will come and scoop it up for you. Take a look at this compilation. Yeah, good stuff there. Okay. Yeah, I learned very early on it's important. Me, I figured out my car on Google. I just went to YouTube one day and I spent so much time there. It's important.
It is important.
Yeah.
The nitty-gritty is just that you don't need to learn about, you don't need to know what your car entails or anything. Just know what makes it run. If I see this light, more especially for ladies, I just say, just know how to read your dashboard.
Yeah.
What is this red light showing? Orange light. Do I stop? Do I continue? That's what, when we do the Divas Under the Hood program, it's like we call it a clinic where we create awareness now for women to come learn. I teach you basics. You can't fix your car. We can't do everything. What will the mechanic do if you know how to fix your car? So, so the Divas, it just shows you what an oil light is, what a radiator light is. Nowadays, your cars are computerized and everything. There's an engine check light. What do I do? Thank God for WhatsApp. Yeah. And the few women, and I tell them, some call me. Okay, it's also men also call me. I see a light, I tell them, pick a picture. So when I send, I say, okay, fine. You can move from point A to B, but you need to get your mechanic fix it. You can't move. It's a radiator light. If I go with it, what will happen? If I just add water, listen, you'll blow up your engine. So I've given you the knowledge, so it's up to you. So I tell you, do you want us to come and rescue you? What do you want? We'll take you to a garage of your choice, you know, and all that. And most important also, I say, learn how to change a puncture.
Definitely, I know how to do that. Yeah, proud of myself. Now, going back to, of course, your parents saying, you know what, go ahead, if this is your dream. And then getting into college and being surrounded by your male peers. How was that for you?
I think when you're growing up and you don't, let me just say, I don't think I thought much about it until later. When I was in an all-girls school, Pangani Girls, then I came out into DT Dobie. I was the only girl in my class. And there was 3 years like consecutive, and there was one girl in other class, meaning with 10 people per class, one girl, meaning there are how many boys? 9?
Yeah.
9 times 3, 27, and 3 girls, making it 30. We blended very well. They never made you feel like, you know, like you're not one of them. Of course, when it comes to strength, now is when you tell them, please help me lift this engine. And they're always out to, you know, help you and everything. Where I got the challenge as a lady is when I became a service advisor. All customers, most customers would come in, you know something about my car. They tell me, I say, okay, most probably this is wrong. Ask me, so how do you know? I'm thinking, I won't tell them what I did, but I just say, this is what happens, blah, blah, blah. So when they ask
second guessing.
Yeah. I actually have a client, I still remember today, he never came into DT, he always sent somebody to bring his car. But when I told him on the phone, this is what is wrong, blah, blah, this is how much it took, he came to collect it. And he actually told me, I just wanted to see who is this who knows about my car more than me. That made me feel, wow, that's really cool. It made me feel really nice. Yeah. So with that, and I kept learning with every new technology that comes. We started off with carburetors. Yeah. We don't do carburetors anymore. Exactly. We do injection. So as we started off with carburetors, you keep learning. It's a learning process even now. What I would say, for some, there are not too many ladies still. We need more ladies out there. Yeah. They need to come on board, help us to do this job. Yeah. Well,
how's the clinic going in terms of the reception, especially from women?
It's going on very well. Yeah. Women at least have come out and realized the man will not always be there to know about my car. I need to know about my car. We held one in September. Our target was 50. We actually got 35, which for the first time it was fantastic. Yeah. We hope to hold one in April. We're actually working on one to hold one in April. The ladies were amazing. They wanted to learn. They, you know, how to change a puncture. We got into a competition for changing punctures and they were excited. Yeah. It was amazing. So yeah, if you get more women and they come on board and just know about your car, I think that's for me. And I say, let me educate, let me pass on my knowledge to somebody else instead of sticking with it. I'm not helping anybody, so I give it out there. So it's fantastic. It's nice. Yeah.
Stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's what we're talking about. We just had Derek Banga, who's helping us communicate differently this year. Yeah. You are a huge advocate of that, and especially for women. Tell me why you advocate for people not being comfortable in life.
If you get too comfortable, I think, with life, you take too many things for granted. Too many things. You need to go out, just step out, take a risk, do something out of this world somebody else doesn't do. For example, I'm in rallying. There's so many, I'm a driver, I rally.
Yes.
There's so many spectators out there who are ladies who keep asking, how do I get into the sport? What do I do? No, I can't. No. If you're able, if you get your budget right, if you get your car, if you get someone to sponsor you, come and join us. Like the rally that happened last week in Mombasa. How many entrant ladies were there? About 3 or 4?
Yeah.
And we're encouraging more women to come on board. I'm not there because I can't get a sponsor. So as soon as I get one, you will see me definitely out there driving. Yeah. So I encourage women, do it. There's nothing too hard. Right. Don't think that this is designated for men. Yeah. I can't do this. No. Learn how to change your curtain, your bulb. Small little things, and you'll realize it's not so hard.
It's not so
We're
hard.
not giving men a run for their money, but it's just nice to know these things. Yeah. And knowledge is key.
Knowledge is absolutely key. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
There's so many young women now who, and you know, I become so happy when you're driving in Tao and then you see a tout who's a woman, you know, or you call an Uber and a lady comes to pick you up. I love it. Or you construction, so much construction in Nairobi, and you see ladies, you know.
Yes, that's very encouraging.
Looking at that and the fact that it's still very rare, what can you tell young ladies now who do want to embark into a different career and want to do something different other than the norm?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Don't second guess yourself. Don't think that this is not for me. Go for it. I have 2 girls, 17 and 12. Yeah. The 17 is in Form 4. She wants to do aeronautical engineering.
Wow.
And that's and what I have told her, don't just go for it. Do not listen to other people. If you think you can do it, let's do this. The second one is in Standard 7. So I ask her what she wants to do. She wants to do engineering as well. Yeah. So I ask her in what? She says, I don't know yet, but I will encourage her. I'll walk with her. The most important thing you can do is hold another woman's hand. Walk with them, help them. If they ask you for help, you know, give it to them. Anything they ask you for, any advice, just assist.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Carol, it's been such an awesome pleasure having you this morning.
Asante.
Encouraging all of us, but we can't wait to see you rallying, okay? So you're looking for a sponsor, right?
I'll get back there.
Absolutely, okay. She's looking for a sponsor. Whoever's watching, Kina Safaricom.
Yeah.
All right,
you know,
all the banks. Yeah. Why don't we see this woman rallying for this country? Okay, yes. In the next one. But we want to appreciate you. You're so awesome. All right, give it up for Carol, everybody.